I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready to rise. I'm ready for my happily ever after. I'm ready to put my time, energy, my wisdom into it, what I have for experience. I'm ready to shine my light. Let's go. Let's get you some insight today based on the astrological aspects that are happening. It is Thursday, July 24th. And we actually have 4 aspects that we're going to be pulling for today. So let's get into it. Let's see what our numbered shuffle is. There you go. It's a 9, a 6, and a 3. It's a 9 energy. Nines are interesting. Nines are interesting energy. They can go one way or another. Sometimes they mean like resilience, things coming to a close, hang in there. Sometimes they're like a fulfillment energy where you're almost, you're very close to like meeting a goal. So we're going to shuffle up. And we will, of course, see. As I said, there are 4 different aspects. I am going to list them down below and the timestamps for them. If you want to skip ahead, if you have particular placements or you're really wondering about one of these aspects, you can skip ahead if you'd like. Okay, let us begin. Let us begin. So the first one is a trine energy. There's 2 trines, an opposition, and a new moon happening today on the 24th. So the first is the sun in Leo trine Saturn in Aries. Here's what the blurb says. This determined aspect encourages us to set goals, making it easy to achieve our dreams today. Taking the lead in important roles can pave the way for great success. Being in a leadership position, being able to get things in order to set them up. So, if you watched our video yesterday, this was kind of like a setup energy. Hopefully you didn't get overwhelmed with that square energy, and instead you kind of made a list or you honored whatever it is that was coming up for you. So this aspect is going to help set the goals. Let's see what we have here. Gray, endings are inevitable. This is a 3710, okay? Endings are inevitable. So there we go. That kind of answers my question. How is this 9 energy showing up? Well, with this particular aspect here, this is really recognizing what is leaving, what is ending. They're telling you that something needs to come to a close. My guess is you probably already know what that is. If you have something in your life that isn't quite fitting, isn't quite working, then you probably just need to put it to bed at this point, or at the very least they're saying is set it aside. Because if you're trying to really connect to or focus on certain goals that you have or dreams that you have, there may be other ones to achieve at a different time. So especially with that swirling energy, endings are inevitable. This is really looking at what you want to focus your energy on and being, they're saying like the bigger person or smart enough to know this isn't serving me anymore, and I am going to validate the fact that this is concluding or this is over. Let's see what we have for the tarot. Okay, yeah, the World card. The World card is an ending, right? It's a successful closure. It's successful completion of something. You can see she's actually celebrating there. So perhaps you've been working on something for a while and it's closing out. If it's felt burdensome, this energy says this closure that is coming up or that is happening at this time is so positive. This is a very celebratory, success-oriented closure card. It's the final card of the major arcana, the World card, and it says, well done, you've done it. Complete, check, applause. You can really feel this sense of fulfillment when the World card comes in. So whatever is closing and is inevitably ending right now, they want us to have a positive perspective on it. Clearly, there's cards in the tarot, right, that indicate difficult endings. This is not one of them. This is a bigger season. You may be closing out a certain way that you believe about yourself, think about yourself. If you've been kind of really tapping into your light as Leo season is beginning, you're allowing that to be left behind and you're going, thank you. I did it. I made it. I hit this marker. I do not need to be doing this anymore. I don't need to be attached to this anymore. The ending is inevitable. It's already here. So embrace that however it is that you can. Pat yourself on the back. Spirit is giving you a round of applause. It feels very positive. Even though this says gray on it, I think that sometimes, endings can be bittersweet. And that may be happening. However, they really want you to understand that you've successfully hit a very positive marker and you can move on now. So use this trine energy to set new goals to help you transition from this ending into a brand new beginning. Okay, let's move to the next. Oh, I know. I keep forgetting to pick those charms, so I'm not going to do that. Let's pick a charm. Oh, look at this. It's a lock with a heart in it. This feels like done to me. We're locking it up. It's over. It's done with. You've done what you needed to do with it. You can fully embrace this ending. I don't feel like with love, that lock has a little heart in it. With love, you can say, I did it. I made it. I am a success. Even if there are things that you are having to leave behind that you really loved, at this point, it looks like it's just time to move on. They're telling you it's inevitable. So yeah, it's just time to move on and allow that closure to happen. They're showing someone smiling. So this is very positive energy. It feels like there was something that had your heart and now it's almost like it doesn't mean that it doesn't still have your heart or there isn't still a heart connection to it or some love or gratitude, but whatever it is, a relationship, a project, a career, a part of you, a mindset, it gave you what it needed to give you and there's been a completion and now you get to move on. Okay, let's see what we have going for the next aspect we've got for today. So aspect number 2, again, this is Thursday the 24th, Sun in Leo, trine, Neptune in Aries. So a beautiful trine, another trine. The description says, this aspect invites us to help others in need or participate in community projects to improve our world. Embrace your inner hero. I think this is kind of fun. It feels fun. It feels a bit imaginative to me as well. So we'll see. Okay, there we go. That's why I'm picking this up. 32, it says escapist. It feels a bit imaginative to me. Like we're dreaming of how we want to help others and perhaps some of your goals that you're setting have to do with helping a community, being part of a community, your service, your purpose. Escapist, it says, come home to yourself. You see how she's like in this book creating magic? I feel like she's dreaming about something, writing something, imagining something that she's going to bring to life at another time. The dreaming element in the escapist card is really what is prominent with this particular trine. It's like, how can I use my light? How can I imagine how to use my light and kickstart something that doesn't just involve me, that isn't connected directly to my ego and my light and me, but can help serve a larger community or help serve others in some way. I am getting this feeling like, because the card says come home to yourself, like I'm getting this feeling that you may not be ready to do this. If you are, by all means, absolutely, this is validation for you. Go out and do it. Help people, join that community, do that thing, step into that leadership role. But if you're not quite ready to do that, or you don't have all the insight on how it is you're going to do it, or if it's growing in your imagination, we don't want to negate that today. I feel like escape to yourself, escape into yourself is the idea in order to be able to bring something to life or move something forward, start something new in the future. So don't feel bad if you're like, I don't know what this is. I just started thinking about this. That's what I'm kind of getting as the predominant energy. Let's see what we have for the tarot. The 5 of Wands. Yeah, this is it's a perfect kind of combination. The 5 of Wands is a fiery energy. I'll show it to you here. In this particular depiction, we look to be at odds, backs turned. I think that in general, what I'm getting from this Five of Wands is, how do I work with others in order to be able to help everyone involved? A Five of Wands can be like a stirring or a change in the energy. In low expression, it'll see you at odds with someone, disagreeing with someone, not quite, understanding each other. Especially not understanding each other's like passion or inspiration or how you want to bring something to life. But in high expression, it helps people work together, which is what this community energy is, to uplift all, to move to a victory or a success energy. So again, I think that if you've been like, let's say you've been at odds with someone, today is about kind of imagining how you can come back together, how you can help others, how you can serve others while serving yourself. It's not that they only get served and you get nothing back. It's this feeling of a team collaboration for everyone to shine. So again, if there's been some at odds energy or not seeing eye to eye energy or frustrating energy because of the depiction of the card, I'm just saying that, then this isn't the time to keep banging heads. It's the time to imagine something better, something bigger, new perspectives, new ways of doing things, ways that you can, it's like when somebody recognizes the light in you and understands your talents and attributes and you understand theirs, and then you utilize those so that the whole wins. Okay, let us see what we have for a charm. Oh, it's a stethoscope. It's a stethoscope. Look at the heart. See the heart? Something needs to be healed. Yeah. Something needs to be healed. And the word they're using is fixed, which I don't love so much, but it just feels like something might be off and it needs some kind of love and healing in order to be able to thrive. So again, allow your imagination to open up and ask it, how can I shift this energy? How can I change this vibe? How can I use our light, you and someone else, you in a community, what have you, to work together to be able to heal this and or bring it into a higher expression? Okay. Wow. I like this energy. I mean, I don't mind it. I feel like it's good advice, especially if things have been, not working so easily, or people have been butting heads, or you've been really frustrated with someone. It's good advice from Spirit today. Okay. The third aspect that we'll be talking about is the new moon. New moon in Leo today, Thursday, the 24th. Here's what the blurb says. This vibrant new moon empowers us to discover the beauty in life, allowing us to create our own reality. As long as you believe in your vision, anything is possible. This is like the epitome of Leo energy. This new moon is bringing something beautiful in. We rolled the 9, something's ending, something's beginning. It really feels like stepping into your belief of yourself. Again, your vision for the future, as we saw that aspect already kind of coming up today. Let's see what we have with the new moon. It's the 9 card. Yes, there it is. The Phoenix card, the Phoenix rising. It says, how's that happily ever after? ? Wow. This, she's got the once upon a time, believe in your own magic again is what this deck is called. So when you take a look at this card, she is ready to rise, calling it in. She is the Phoenix. Whatever it is that's closing, yes, please. How's that happily ever after? I feel like what they're saying is, how's that happily ever after working for you? This is the time to imagine your best and brightest next version of yourself. This new moon in Leo, again, anything is possible. As long as you believe in your vision, anything is possible. Call it in. Look at this. I mean, look at her. She's got her crown on. She's been dreaming. She's been envisioning. And now she is ready to rise. It's a simple energy. It's a simple message. Let's see what we have connected. The Knight of Swords. Ooh, he's got his dukes up in this one. Putting up his dukes. There you go. I mean, a Knight of Swords can definitely be, I'm ready for a fight, if we wanted to look at it that way. But what I feel is coming from this card, because again, a Knight of Swords, likes a plan, likes to move forward, sometimes can be hasty. I feel like what this card and this depiction is saying in conjunction with the Phoenix is like, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight for my dream. I'm ready to fight for myself. I'm ready to fight for my light. And I don't feel like that's a negative thing, right? It just feels like I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready to rise. I'm ready for my happily ever after. I'm ready to put my time, energy, my wisdom into it, what I have for experience. I'm ready to shine my light. Let's go. A Knight of Swords has to do with allowing your vision and your intellect to work together to create a beautiful strategy that you can move on. So if you've got that already in place for yourself today, go with it. Yes, ready to go. That's what they're saying. They don't want me to overcomplicate the message, so I'm going to kind of leave it there. It's time to rise. It's time to connect to your happily ever after. It's time to go for it. Fight for your life. Create your own reality. That's what it says, right? Discover the beauty in life, allowing us to create our own reality. That's what it's time to fight for. What do you want to create in your life? What do you want your reality to be? Your future self, right? Your next level self is like beckoning you. It is calling. Okay, new moon in Leo. Yes, please. Ooh, it's a gift. It's a bow. A bow charm. Yes, look at the gifts. Look at what you've got to work with. You are a gift. Yes, that's right, Spirit. You are a gift. You are a gift. Yeah. Act like one, they just said. You are a gift. It's not you're God's gift to the world, right? It's not egotistical. It's you are a gift. We need your light. You are a gift. Act like one. Connect to your happily ever after with this new moon energy. Be ready to create your reality. Love it. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Wow. This vibrant energy. We do have an opposition here coming up. I've got to flip my little sheet. We definitely have an opposition for this fourth aspect. It is the Sun in Leo opposite Pluto in Aquarius. So we'll see what comes through to kind of close out the energy of the day. And this energy is definitely going to carry, obviously. But the energy of the day, it says, today may feel like everything that can go wrong will go wrong, with bad luck, manipulation, and unexpected challenges looming. Rather than fighting against what's out of your control, focus on making the best of the situation. This is a nice warning. This opposition is a nice warning for us. We don't want to kind of get our light involved in drama and chaos, especially if it is outside of what you have control over. That's part of leaving the stuff behind, I think, and kind of recognizing that you have protection to move forward in a really positive way connected to your specific light, dream, etc. So let's see what we have for guidance with this beautiful warning. The mural. Be your own first priority. It's very good guidance. Thank you, Spirit. Put yourself first. That's what this is saying. Anything that feels like it's not working, that it feels like it is hard, challenging, something that stirs in someone else's life, dramatic events that go on, experiences that you're like, this doesn't really belong to me. This card is telling you to prioritize yourself, right? Make yourself your first priority. That's it. Again, very simple. If you're not prioritizing yourself and what you do have control over, you might get stirred up in this bad luck, manipulation, unexpected challenges that feel like they're looming. We don't want to get swirled up in them. We don't want our light ignited by them either, because that can create some fiery yuck. Fiery yuck. Okay, let's see what the tarot says. Yeah. It's a 9 of Swords, okay? There's that 9 energy again, a 9 of Swords. They're giving us very clear direction. Here we go. I'll show you up close. She's obviously worried. She's letting her mind get the better of her. A 9 of Swords can feel like, oh my God, is this ever going to end? This is like a nightmare. It can feel like, again, bad luck, all the things they were talking about. It's stressing out in your mind, worrying in your mind. I would say really try to get ahead of this kind of opposition today. If you're feeling any of this, the goal is not to get stuck in the worries of your mind. What we want here is to prepare for this. That's what they just said. Prepare for things to be presented to you that look not great, that don't feel good, okay? And what you're going to think about them ahead of time. Prioritizing your own well-being, your own mental health, in particular with this Nine of Swords, so that you don't lose sleep about things that you have no control over in the first place. Don't get caught up in this stressed out energy. Instead, do something creative, as this mural is showing us, right? You could do something creative. You could do something that feels connected to your life, that feels good to you. That's where you want to lean if you're noticing things are challenging. Also, there's a second thing that they're saying, which is, you know how sometimes you're like in the middle of something and it starts to be confusing or go haywire a bit, or you're hitting a wall? Don't stay in that energy. That will be this energy, right? Don't stay in the worrisome. How am I going to do this? How am I going to figure this out? How am I going to do this? Step away from it to get a different perspective so that you're not coming at a stressful or frustrating situation with a stressful and worried or anxious mindset. It's not going to help you solve the issue. Make your mental health your first priority, calm your mind, and then do something that makes you feel good so you can come back to that challenge or come back to that, frustrating experience, or whatever solution or answer you're looking for. You can come back to it with fresh eyes, a fresh perspective, and a clear head. Okay. Yeah, butterfly. There we go. Something's shifting usually with a butterfly. You can see it's kind of like, this butterfly is pictured, it has like a dark energy to it, dark wings. Yeah, something wants to shift or transition here. That's what it feels like to me. And it wants to be able to set you free as opposed to tie you up, right? So that's going to be the challenge today. Are you letting something that is outside of your control tie you up? Because there's so much beautiful, vibrant energy for the day that this is not necessary. You can allow yourself to be free of that if you pay attention and stay conscious of what your mind is doing and choose to make yourself and your health a priority today. And the energy will pass. It will shift. Don't get caught up in the worries is what I would say. I hope that this serves you, and thank you so much for watching.